Well, my preschool friends, I am so happy to see you today. Did you bring your looking eyes with you? I hope so, because we've got to do some looking today. We need to take these pictures right here and put them back into order, and I need your help looking for the right ones. So today's true Bible story is going to teach us that God can do miracles. That is so true, and it is our big idea for the day. So I want you to say it with me on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. God can do miracles. Oh my goodness, it's so true. God has done tons of miracles all throughout history, and they're written down in the Bible. Lots of them are, and God still does miracles today. In fact, it's what our memory verse is all about. Let me teach it to you. We have a new memory verse today. With people, that is impossible. But with God, all things are possible. That is written down in the book of Matthew. Those words were said by Jesus. And Matthew wrote them down in chapter 19, verse 26. All right, we're going to say that 2 times together. All right, here we go. With people, this is impossible. But with God, all things are possible. Matthew 19:26. All right, say it with me again. Here we go. With people, that is impossible. But with God, all things are possible. Matthew 19:26. Great job with that, kids. That's really fun, isn't it? And it's so true that us by ourselves, we can't do everything, but God can do everything. Now, Topher the Gopher has gotten loose in our building again. And not only did he mess up my Bible story pictures today, he left me a note. Can you believe it? Here is his note. Topher has a note and it says, miracle. Let's all say that together. Miracle. Now, for instance, I think it is a miracle that Topher left me a note because I did not know that gophers could write so well. Did you? That might be a miracle just by itself. All right. Now, a miracle is something amazing that only God can do. In fact, today's true Bible story is all about a miracle that God did. And throughout that story, we're going to have clues to put these pictures back in order. Now, if you're ready to put these pictures in order and hear about today's miracle from God, I want you to clap your hands 3 times. All right, and before we tell our Bible, we need to get our Bible story, we need to get our Bible out. And in order to get our Bible out, we need you to say the special Bible words. It's true, the Bible, it's true. Say them with me. It's true, the Bible, it's true. And these stories are true. They really happened. And I've got my Bible today. I've got my nice red bookmark. And today is one of my favoriteest Bible stories right here. Look at all these guys, and there's a big fire. And we're going to learn about that fire today. Are you ready? All right, let's start our Bible story, and let's see if we can find our clues. Okay, in the Bible, in the book of 1 Kings. 1 Kings is a book of history that tells about some of the kings that were in Israel. There was a bad king. Actually, there were lots of bad kings in 1 Kings, but there was a particularly bad king, and his name was Ahab. Say it with me. Ahab. Yeah, Ahab was not good. He taught the people of Israel not to worship the one true God. He taught the people of Israel to worship a fake god, a little statue named Baal. Say that with me. Baal. As you might imagine, that made God happy or sad? Very sad. Very, very sad. He was so sad to see his people worshiping a little tiny statue. Now, we're talking about a king. Do you guys see back here maybe a picture that would go with this part of the story? Yeah, I see a king right here. Let's look at this guy. And I tell you what, you can't always judge people by how they look, but this king does not look so good, does he? All right, let's keep our story going. Now, there was also a prophet named Elijah, and Elijah loved God very much. He wanted to prove to all of the people of Israel that there was only one true God, and his name wasn't Baal. So he told them, all right, let's go up on this big mountain, and I want you to bring me two bulls. And the followers of Baal can put their bull on one pile of wood called an altar, and I will put my bull on a different pile of wood. And then they can pray to Baal, and I can pray to the one true God, and we'll see which God can burn up the bulls with fire. And whoever sends down fire, well, that would have to only be the one true God. All right, let's see. Anything that we talked about over here? I see a couple of bulls, do you? Yeah, right here. Take these guys down. These bulls are about to be sacrificed to God. Sorry, bulls. I like you. All right, now the followers of Baal, they prayed and prayed and prayed and prayed to their fake god from breakfast to lunch and from lunch to dinner, and nothing happened. They danced, they shouted, they said, Baal, answer us! But nothing happened. Their God couldn't hear them because their God wasn't real. It was just a little statue. And I can say to a little piece of wood or a little piece of rock to do something all day long, but it's not going to do it. Let's see. Do we see a picture of maybe someone who's yelling and shouting? And yeah, I think I see one. Do you? He's making a ruckus. If he was in your house, your mom might say, hey, keep that noise down. But all of this didn't do anything for him. All right, now Elijah said, stop it. It's my turn. And Elijah said to the people, I want you to fill some huge, ginormous jars of water, and I want you to pour it over my bull and all over my wood. And so that's what the people did. In fact, they did that 3 times. And everything was super, super wet. Have you ever tried to, or maybe your mom or dad have tried to light wet wood on fire, maybe in your fireplace or maybe while you were camping? It doesn't work so well. This was going to be even harder for God to light on fire. You guys see something that we're talking about right here? I see a big jar of water. They filled these 3 times and dumped it all over. All right, and there's only one picture left, and it is good news. Look at that. There's our poor little cow on fire. All right, Elijah prayed to God. He said, God, answer me. And then these people will know that you are the one true God. And right then, God, boom, sent fire down from the sky. It burned up the bull. It burned up the wood. It burned up all of the stones. It burned up all the water around it. It burned up everything. And then the people saw what happened, and they said, the Lord is the one and only true God. Isn't that a great story? I love that story so much. You know, in our story today, God did a miracle. A miracle is something amazing that only God can do. God made fire come down from the sky. I can't do that, and you can't do that. Only God can. But you know, that's not the only miracle that God can do. If you think God can make a sick person get better, I want you to wiggle your fingers in the air. He can. If you think God could split a big sea into 2, I want you to wiggle your fingers in the air. You can. If you think God could make water come out of a big rock, why don't you try wiggling your toes? He can do that too. If you think God could make bread, rain out of the sky, I want you to wiggle your nose. I don't know if that was my nose. I think I'm wiggling only the part under my nose. But God can do that true. It's true. It's true. God did all of those things. They're all written down in the Bible. But it's not the greatest miracle God ever did. God raised Jesus, his son, from the dead. And if you believe that, and if you love and follow Jesus, you can live forever with God. You can trust that God raised Jesus from the dead because God can do miracles. Well, I hope that you believe that God can do miracles, and I hope that I see you again next week because we're going to talk about more miracles again. I love you guys and I miss you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.